So this particular video has been trending all weekend. Another person is coming out to say that Lagos stinks and smells. Apart from Rai, who is also a visitor doing her NYSC in Lagos. This particular guy is a Lagosian. He's been in Lagos for at least more than a year, and he's saying clearly that Lagos stinks and smells. And he has been making the rounds over time. But again, it's not even about what he says. It's about a reply by the Commissioner for Environment for Lagos. I really don't know why everything in this country becomes tribalistic. When somebody tries to say something, do something, or even bring to the fore some certain things, some certain ease of society, people just go straight to where is he from? Who is he from? Is he a party? Is he a party member of this particular political party, or is he from this tribe? What has this particular tribal thing got to do with what he just said? That Lagos prices in terms of their houses are overpriced. Their Lekki buildings are overpriced. A 300 square meter house is called luxury. I mean, is that not normal? Is it a lie? So when you start saying things like, people come from where they are to come to Lagos, only to come and start talking down on what they have, like it just waters the whole thing. Listen to it yourself, and I would read the statements by the Commissioner for Environment, and we'll be back afterwards to do a proper analysis on this. Let me in on what you think, though. I would really love to hear from you. Let's go.
I don't see reasons why lands in Ikoyi and Ikate are going for 1 billion. What is in the land? Are there mineral resources there? We flex over it. And when you buy land before next year, it will times 2. Why should it times 2? If a property is going for 800 million in a country where we are just 65 years old, what will happen in 2050? We don't think. It has even gone so weird that we now see expensive as luxury.
Lagos is more or less like the New York of Nigeria. And you said?
How?
It's not New York.
We should cancel that term. It's wrong to use Lagos to compare New York. What about in terms of value? What about in terms of fresh air? Lagos is
for New York.
Lagos is smelling. There's a lot of big mosquitoes in Lagos. A lot big mosquitoes. We have open drainages, open gutters. So why are you comparing it to New York? You are comparing just the price, you are comparing the demand and supply, but you're not comparing other things that associate to make that house worth the value. Everything they look out in a property in Lagos and they call luxury is bullshit. They are building rubbish. They are building houses, the tiles are bad, plumbing systems are bad, all the roofs are bad. Once they paint white and put 1,000 lights, luxury, mansion on a 300 square meter, you call it mansion. Are you okay? And now again, they are also doing this buyback thing. It end up being fraud because it's not sustainable. You tell somebody, give me your money, I'll give you 40%. Why? How are you going to make 40% back? And I also blame the people who give them money because you're also foolish and you're also greedy. No developer should tell you, I'll give you 40% in a year, and you carry your money and you give them. It's not sustainable. It cannot work. Why will you give them that money in the first place? It's your fault. It's my fault. It's even the buyer's fault who is giving the developer 100 million and expecting 150 million in 1 year. You are crazy. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes I just think that God just needs like 10,000 people in Nigeria. No, I get some weird thought like that because of how deep I think about these issues.
So here's what the statements from the Commissioner for Environment, Lagos State, says. That's Tokumbo Wahab. It says the deliberate efforts by a handful of individuals to tarnish the reputation of Lagos are deeply concerning. It is regrettable that some who relocate from their home state in pursuit of better opportunities quickly, in less than a month or two, resort to disparaging the very state that has provided them the platform to thrive. Leveraging social media followings, these individuals propagate harmful narratives, often aligned with divisive agendas, undermining the progress and inclusivity that Lagos represents. While constructive criticism is essential for growth, malicious attempts to vilify a state that empowers countless lives daily are counterproductive. Lagos remains a place of opportunity, innovation, and resilience, and it is imperative that we collectively uphold its integrity while fostering unity and progress. Dear Iduma Scot, I do hope that you will put this same energy in looking out for other states. I wish you all the best. Okay, so this man does not know what to say about the smelly part of Lagos, and it's shocking that he's even the Commissioner for Environment. I mean, I should have thought that he would have answered him by saying there are a few things that the government of Lagos State is doing in order to be able to contain the smell that Lagos produces. We're not even talking about the air pollution. We're not even talking about the drainage system. We're not even talking about how crazy that town is. I mean, Lagos would have been a lot better. We have a lot that Lagos can become, but definitely not what Lagos is today. I mean, I can tell you for free. I mean, I last time I visited Lagos was in November last year, and there are certain places that have improved, but there are some other places that are really bad. But the part I want to really address is the tribal aspect of it. He's trying to shut this guy down because he has come from another state. So he left his state to come to Lagos for greener pastures. And instead of him to appreciate the fact that Lagos has given him the platform to grow his business, to be who he is today, instead, he's now talking down on Lagos and the potential and opportunities that Lagos has given him. That is the import of this. You would have just told him to shut up and not even say anything. So if I come to Lagos, I pay my bills, I pay my taxes, I pay my rent, I should not talk about what is affecting Lagos because I am not from Lagos, because I'm not an indigene of Lagos. That is exactly how you want to build a Lagos that is international. Little time now, they'll start saying that this guy's an Igbo boy, that he should come and pack his things. In fact, don't be surprised that they will trace this guy, and not just tracing him, they might trace him to his home and then evict him and tell him to go back to his state. Don't be surprised, because these are things that happen. It happened in this country now. And as it's not like something that happened in the 1960s. It happened in 2023 here. Because of election. They said Igbo should come and leave. And they started destroying people's properties. They are largely Igbo properties, even though some people argue, it's not Igbo properties they're destroying. They're trying to, they're trying to fix Lagos. Your Tinubu did not fix Lagos. The people that came before him, before Sanwo-Olu did not fix Lagos. It is Sanwo-Olu that want to fix Lagos with tribalism. So people have destroyed and destroyed and destroyed and destroyed and destroyed and destroyed. Oh. So are we now fixing the drainages? The ones that you say you destroyed on the flood lane, of course. Let them go, no doubt about it. But then again, start from your government. Your government sometimes are the ones that are that allow these things to fester. You give these people documents. But I find it foolish for someone to go to Lagos and just go and start building without buying this land or getting this document from your own organization, from your own government, Lagos State government. So why are you not arresting people, putting them in jail, trying them for giving documents for lands that are supposed to be for either drainages or people are supposed to build on those places? Why are you doing that? And then you start demolishing the houses all of a sudden. People who have spent their fortune, their life savings, building houses in Lagos, you all in one fell swoop you destroy them, all because you want to fix Lagos. Okay, here we go. We've seen how you're fixing Lagos. We've seen how fantastic Lekki is. Now we're in the thick of rainy season. I hope that we don't have the things you did in 2023, we will not get to see those things, play back again. The result of what you did in terms of the destructions of homes, shops, buildings, name it, the things you did, I hope that we don't have to see flooding in Lagos this rainy season, because by now, of course, you must have finished doing all of those drainages. You must have finished doing all of those flood lanes, and you must have, fixed water direct to where they're supposed to go to. So we shouldn't be having the so-called flood that we have, right? Isn't it? Hopefully. So please, that's how the other day they said, Jam, that it's tribal, that JAMB is tribal, that the 5 states and Lagos, the Igbos dominate Lagos, and 5 southeastern states, they are now looking to, they're now looking to rig Peter Obi out. Like what kind of thing? Well, do you even blame the people who think that way? Do you really even blame people who think that way when it is everything in this country, our head is now tribal? Anything that happens, anybody who is making sense, you as long as it's not coming from your tribe, kill him, kill it. This person comes out and says something fantastic idea because the person is not from your tribe, because his name is Chike, Choma, Chidubem. As long as the person is not from your tribe, you just not allow it to fester. That is the country we live in. A country of tribes. A country that has several tribes that are supposed to be our unity, that are supposed to be, an opportunity for us to harness these tribes in order to get us a lot better and stronger. But we become worse for it. I mean, I was thinking that by now we should have been thinking of other things, not talking about tribes, not talking about religion, not talking about where somebody comes from. Think of what ideas a person can bring. Think of what ideas they can do to transform our lives. That's how countries grow. This is not the country our forefathers founded. Can we move away from this nonsense of tribalism, of bigotry, and get to fix this nation? Incidentally, those who are even supposed to drive this, this unity are the people who are nowhere near government. The people who are the chokers, those who are the champions of tribe and bigotry, are the ones who are in government. That's the truth. This is where we are until we start to do the needful. I think we will not go anywhere. That's my point. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Charles here. Take care.